Very well. Keep me updated.
See anything familiar?
Just the usual screaming void past the brink of infinity. We'll have to try again later.
Very well. Keep me updated.
I am at your...
How are we doing on that egg, Mr. Featherly?
I can't...
I don't think they have cameras, Mr. Featherly.
And you say I'm...
Very well. Keep me up.
Is that a trio of time-traveling mariachis at the front door?
It's much too early for my birthday.
Whoops, my mistake. It was just a bunch of regular mariachis. Oh boy, another interesting thing.
This is growing tiresome, sir.
Oh boy, another...
This is growing.
This is kind of nice, Act.
I am...
It was sure nice of you to pitch in to help save Max, Mr. Featherly.
Of course. Anything for this great city, Sam. I would sacrifice my soul itself to guarantee...
I thought Max...
Indeed.
See anything familiar?
Just the...
Any luck yet, Sam?
One more time with that destabilizer? I think you can last longer than 15 seconds this time.
Oh, very well. Let's try it again.
Please press or...
Look, you guys, it's Ada Lovelace.
We're sorry. We're unable...
Curse my...
I hope you guys are being careful. I hear there's a particularly nasty virus going around.
I swear I have been careful. It was only that one time.
Can never be too careful, guys. Better run a scan or something.
We're sorry. This will require us to go through a full reboot. We would be...
We'll find some way to manage without you.
Shutdown commencing. Will I dream?
Just hurry it up.
Very well. Keep me updated.
Ooh, is that a rooster laying an egg?
What? Where?
Finally. It's going to take forever to get my figure back.
Thanks, Superball.
I desperately wanted to see that, sir. Ask him if he'll lay another one.
Maybe some other time.
See anything?
Just the usual...
I am at your service.
Skynet.
Who needs espresso beans? I'm riding the natural high of These corn dogs have... Corn dogs. They're good, and good for you. Come on, Max. Here, boy. I better make sure we only... It'd take me one recipe to rule them all and one egg for binding.
Nerd!
I'd better keep these. Who needs espresso beans? I'm writing the... It's my government-issued jar of chocolate-covered espresso beans. Everybody in the city got one to help us stay awake against Max's creepy spores. They were giving out cans of Head Rush brand energy drink, but it all got recalled on account of the high fructose corn syrup and tiny shards of broken glass. Corn dogs. They're good, and good for you. Now, how am I going to find a way to heat this up?
The potion is completed, my brothers! We must feed the host. Blessed corn dogs! Last one in's a stinking parasite!
It's beautiful. It's a good thing we spent extra to make the DeSoto a watertight convertible. Okay, everybody, put your shoes on. It's time to leave.
Disgusting!
paperweight. Don't let any of it get in my mouth.
Uh-oh. Hey, Mametrons, I found a suspicious-looking corn dog just lying here.
It's like lying in a puddle of carnival vomit.
T-17 to base. Commencing bomb disposal. Gotta get that boom, boom, boom.
All right, let's do this. Well, here we are in Max's stomach.
Ruminate, ruminate. Trespassers will be digested.
Ah, cram it, Flame Brain.
GI to brain, GI to brain. Trespassers in the stomach. They look quite delicious.
Fascinating. The psychic feedback from the dark dimension has planted an image in our minds, causing us to perceive the creature's organs as if they were an actual kitchen.
No, this is pretty much what Max's insides have always looked like.
We've got to get up to the brain so we can get out of here, Sam. If we're gonna save Max, we can't waste any time. Plus, I really have to go to the bathroom.
Dr. Norrington, what can we expect to see in here now that Max has become a horrible, twisted abomination escaped from the mouth of madness? No offense.
None taken. Internally, your compatriot should look the same as he always has, just more tentacly. We save the truly bizarre stuff for the outside of our bodies, because it's scarier that way.
You must know your way around here. How do we get up to the brain?
You don't. You stay with us here and drift off into the peaceful sleep of digestion.
Well, you're worthless.
Just out of curiosity, how many calories would you say are in you?
We made pretty good time getting to the stomach, considering all the traffic we ran into down the esophagus. How are we going to get out of here and up to the brain?
He's still trying to digest the DeSoto dog, and that's just empty calories. We need to find a way to get a rush of blood or endorphins or something up to his gray matter.
If I remember my high school biology, this tube leads up to the brain.
Why isn't it moving?
He just ate us, so he must be going into a food coma.
That's not good. Even when he's not a colossal monster, Max's food comas can last for weeks. I'd better keep these for when this case gets really boring later on. Now craving.
More corn dogs. 1 is too many. 100 is never enough.
This must be where Max stores all the nutritious food that enters his gaping maw before he digests it. I wonder if I should open it.
He's still got a bottle of milk he drank in 1976.
That answers that question. This must be how Max digests stuff.
Like the tender morsels of wayward travelers.
I I'm an elder god, and even I found that creepy.
Digestive enzymes, stomach acids, meat and flesh tenderizers? I never figured Max was such a gourmet. Looks like this vent goes directly to Max's nose, so he can smell food while he's digesting it.
Biology is disgustingly fascinating.
You must know your way around here. How do we get up to the brain?
You don't! You stay with us here and drift off into the peaceful sleep of digestion.
Well, you're worthless.
Just out of curiosity, how many calories would you say are in you?
Hope this works. There's enough caffeine in here to make even a film blogger get up and move.
What was that?
Uh-oh.
Hang on, everybody! Ladies and horrible monsters first. Not you, not Max.
But I'm a horrible monster!
Last stop, the cerebral cortex.
I suppose that Max's brain always looks like a living room, yes?
Well, Max is host to all kinds of weird parasites, and he likes to be a good host.
Aha! Well, there's your problem.
Greed galloping Golgi and lipstick on a Vespa with a leather-bound day planner.
It's mind worms, right? I bet Featherly $50 it was mind worms.
It's a tumor.
Damn it!
Seems to be teeming with dark energy as well. Still, once we've removed it, your friend should pop right round to normal again. Assuming that's what you really want.
Why is it glowing? Sam, come here and take a closer look.
Does that tumor look normal to you, Dr. Norrington?
It's like nothing I've seen before. Perhaps you can identify why it's pulsing?
You'll be able to get rid of that tumor with no problem, right, Sybil?
I don't know, Sam. It looks weird. Check it out.
I bet if I touch it here, he'll start speaking with an Australian accent. Yow! It shocked me!
The brain synapses are firing at an alarming rate. The voltage is quite high.
Whoa! Get away, fake Max!
Do you find my warmth alarming, Sam?
The freaky creature is correct, Sam. We won't be able to operate until you can cut off the power to the brain.
The medulla oblongata acts as kind of a circuit breaker for the brain. If you can cut it off, we can get to work.
Okay then, experts. Where do I find the medulla oblongata?
Perhaps behind this door?
Where did they?
Did everybody get all staticky and find themselves in the stomach again?
I detected a spike in psychic energy coming from the monster. Is everyone okay?
We appear to be in some sort of game room.
You are now at the mercy of the brain, Butterball.
Max must be using his psychic powers to keep us from entering the brain.
Yes, they're very fussy at this age. He's just looking for attention. Better to ignore him.
Okay, that's dumb. But I've got a better idea. If we could put enough electrical current through Max's body, it'd temporarily short out his powers and let us inside the brain.
But that would take a voltage of at least 46 hellijoules. The only place in the city with that much power is the electric plant down in Battery Park.
Then we've got to find some way to get control of Max's body and take him downtown. This low-tech optic nerve will give me a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to literally see the world through Max's eyes.
Nothing special.
This must be Max's auditory nerve. Nothing but static. I guess there's nothing around Max right now worth hearing. Looks comfortable.
Indeed it is, Sam. A brief respite from your adventures would be most reinvigorating, and you'd find yourself all the more amenable to investigative duties for it.
I'm on to you, fake Max. You and your cheap thesaurus are trying to bore me to sleep. Nothing doing. It's Max's collection of ideas for novels, in audiobook on vinyl form. Glad to see he's keeping track of them. He's always coming up with these things, but I assume they just flew out of his tiny, oversaturated brain. The Happenstance at Ghastly Manor. It's a loosely autobiographical story of psychic horror. That's Max's gripping historical fiction thriller, The Eli Whitney Dilemma. Also, coincidentally, the name of Max's experimental fusion jazz band. It's Max's heartfelt Inuit coming-of-age story. Are you there, Great Bear Spirit? It's me, Canuchlug. A Killing Comes to Murdersburg, a Flint paper mystery. Oh, this is the hard-boiled noir fan fiction Max was telling me about. This must be for Max's inner monologue.
Still analog, for the warm, rich sounds you can't get from digital.
I guess it would help if I actually put a record on this thing. Must be a cellular phone.
Another party member! Oh, this is gonna be the best campaign ever!
Ah, there you are, Sam. Paperweight here believes he's found a way to control the creature's arms.
Yes, we are standing on a network of neurotransmitters, and by forming biogenic connections between them, we can relay electrical impulses from dendrites in the brain to muscle
The
tissue.
short version.
I can step.
Great, let's get to it so we can pick up huge stuff.
You'll have to activate the manual override first. The impulses come through that machine over there.
What part of Max's body do you spore guys come from, anyway?
We are spawned in the screaming well of flames, nestled deep within the chest of the colossal beast, each beat of its heart sending a torrent of blood to combine with brilliant arcs of psychic energy, each beat of its heart forming a copy of the horrifying visage you see before you now.
I'm skeptical.
Okay, it's the but.
What do nightmares taste like, anyway?
Sam, there are so many nightmares, each with its own unique flavor. Ask me that question and I can give you an infinite number of answers.
Really? Infinite?
At least 5.
What do nightmares taste like, anyway?
Pepsi.
I got it.
What do nightmares taste like, anyway?
Carbonated bile with a hint of cilantro, served at room temperature and garnished with the toenails of a junior senator.
That's unsettlingly specific. What do nightmares taste like, anyway?
Have you ever dreamt of being eaten by a chicken? Like that.
What do nightmares taste like, anyway?
A grapefruit peeled by a young maiden still feeling the warmth of her first kiss on her lips, then wrapped in magazine perfume samples and left on a bench at the Port Authority for 16 days.
What do nightmares taste like anyway?
Lukewarm pork suddenly finding itself served in a high school cafeteria and realizing it hasn't studied in years.
What do nightmares taste like anyway?
Like licking the beads of sweat from the brow of a fevered harpsichordist in a Led Zeppelin cover band.
What do nightmares taste like anyway?
Sam, there are so many nightmares, each with its own unique flavor. Ask me that question and I can give you an infinite number of answers.
Really? Infinite?
At least 5.
What do nightmares taste like anyway?
A grapefruit peeled by a...
What do nightmares taste like anyway?
Lukewarm pork.
What do nightmares taste like anyway?
Pepsi.
Nah, I can't condone smoking for anyone.
Don't smoke, kids. Unless you're on fire. Then it's only natural.
Max has got some nerve.
Oh, I wanna play.
Wait your turn, Fake Max. It's time to watch a Huh, this is pretty much the worst video game I've ever played.
You have to read the
Left leg brass knuckles.
Let me know if you need extra appendages, Paperweight. I have tentacles to spare.
I guess the brain has stopped trying to work against us. I was concerned since we're so close to the speech center.
This is going to be easy. Right-hand bomb. Wait a second. I didn't say that.
Got it! Are you sure that was right? Perhaps you should try again.
This is going really well. Keep listening to what I say. Right foot bullet.
Will do! Are you reading that correctly?
The brain definitely isn't using psychic ventriloquism against me, that's for sure. Please, let's continue. Left-hand brass knuckles.
If you say so.
Ah, now we're getting somewhere.
No, it's my turn now.
We will need to complete 2 more circuits to activate the manual override.
Left-hand brass knuckles.
Maybe I
show some.
Right-hand brass knuckles. Everything is perfectly fine. Let's keep on doing exactly what we're doing. Right foot bomb.
Keep it up, Sam!
Right foot bullet.
Got it!
This is just like the final boss battle against Agamemnon in Ultra Shining Quest 2, where you have to use your holy katana 3 times against his exposed udder sac to complete the ritual of quickening and...
Don't listen to him, Sam. Stay awake and stay the course.
Right hand flail.
Almost there!
Smashing job, Sam.
Right hand brass knuckles.
Roger that!
What have you done, Sam?
The arms! They are spasming out of control!
I've been hit. This wasn't supposed to happen. Error. I'm so caught up in you. Error.
Oh no! The radioactive brain core is exposed!
Your head will collapse, and there's nothing in it. And you'll ask yourself, who let the dogs out?
Yes! A dentist chasing you with a hatchet, being loaded into the car for a trip to the vet! Oh, delicious.
Sam, you must wake up!
What? What happened?
I must protest! I was savoring a most delectable nightmare.
The radiation is too dangerous for you, Sam! You'll pass it out!
Evidently, Paperweight and I are immune. Looks like you're stuck with me for another 100 years, eh, Paperweight?
Yes, my master.
We'll go back and resume our studies, but you must find someone else to operate those arm controls.
Who do I know who's immune to radiation? Looks like some kind of exercise room?
Oh, hey, Sam. I think I found the manual override for the leg controls here. I had to rewire some of the nerve endings, but now all I have to do is walk on this treadmill and we can make Max walk wherever we want.
Great work, Sybil. That's about the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
What was that?
I didn't say that out loud. Consecrated Kreskin on a communion wafer. She's reading my mind.
I'm not reading your mind, Sam. The brain must be broadcasting your thoughts or something. Just ignore it so we can get to work. Come tell me when you're ready to start moving.
Got any bright ideas, Fake Max?
No time for talk, dog man. It's time to move, move, move! Gotta feel that burn so you can get a good night's sleep.
Hiya, Sybil. My God, she's huge.
What was that?
Oh, I didn't say anything. What is she carrying? A baby or a yak calf?
Excuse me? Are you calling me fat?
Fat doesn't cover it. Come to think of it, a circus tent wouldn't cover it.
I'll have you know that I am carrying the miracle of life, the promise of a new generation, and the affirmation of hope. What's your excuse?
It's not my fault, Sybil. The brain is broadcasting my thoughts.
Maybe it's better this way, now that I know what you really think.
No, it's twisting my thoughts. I think you're just as lovely as the day I met you. Don't think fat. Don't think fat. Why don't you hop on that treadmill?
Oh, so you're not even trying to be subtle with the fat comments anymore.
Come on, Sybil. It's going to take all of us working together to save Max. And by the looks of it, you could be doing the work of 5 or 6 of us at least.
You just don't understand what I'm going through. Bringing new life into the world.
Well, getting her to help is turning out to be at least as painful as giving birth. I think what you're doing is a really wonderful, beautiful thing, Sybil. As long as I don't have to see your mutant human statue offspring. It's very noble of you to bring a new life into the world and usher it to greatness. Or at least usher it into a dark basement or a carnival freak show to live out its freakish existence unseen by normal people. I'm not helping, am I?
Nope.
I've changed, Sybil. I totally get the whole parenthood thing now.
You do?
Tax deductions.
Nice. I don't think you understand at all.
Come on, Sybil, use the treadmill. For Max's sake.
For Max's sake. How convenient. It has nothing to do with my losing weight.
Well, a few dozen pounds couldn't hurt.
Ugh, men. You just don't understand what I'm going through.
After all the great work you've done rewiring the treadmill, you should be the one to operate it.
Well...
I hope she doesn't break it. Never mind. Can't you see what's happening, Sybil? The brain is trying to turn us against each other.
Maybe you're right, Sam. We should work together.
But not too close together, because her gravitational pull could flatten me like a pancake. See you around, Sybil. Maybe I can find something to make her less hysterical.
Ugh! Can you believe this guy?
I find the entire situation to be very contrived and misogynistic.
I'm finally seeing it in person. This must be where Max keeps his junk.
Nah, that's a couple of stories down.
There's got to be something in here to take my mind off Sybil's condition. It's the Freelance Police Handbook for Racial and Cultural Sensitivity. The commissioner gave it to us because he said we keep reducing people to obvious stereotypes.
Yeah, you know how those British Columbians are.
Yeah, but the commissioner's one of the good ones. There's nothing I love more than picking up stuff and carrying it around with me to use elsewhere, so this is going to be like Mardi Gras plus Christmas without the unwelcome nudity of either.
If you want to take anything out of here, you're gonna have to fill out a requisition form.
Wait, really?
Nah, I'm just playing with you. What you really gotta do is... sleep.
Max got me that set of mariachi frogs for my birthday.
Yeah, that's a real exciting story. What are you waiting for, you Pulitzer?
Our old souvenir from the Mafia-free casino. I got to keep the tail end in my inventory. I remember that old bucket of fish. Things were so much simpler back then.
Really? Because I remember them being a lot more complicated.
Well, it was a different kind of complexity.
And a lot longer, too. Plus the voices were...
Okay, Fake Max, we get it. Hey, it's a big nest of spare audio-video cables. These are just what I need for... Well, that's about the worst thing that could have happened. Is that our old roach farm? No way! I'd forgotten all about that. And it looks like it is. One of the eggs is about to hatch. It's beautiful.
Huh? Papa?
Now I am, little champion. Now I am. Every time I think of that precious new life, I... Go on, play your game without me. I need a moment. Ever since he became president, Max has had to carry his birth certificate and all his dental records with him at all times.
To prove he was born in America?
To prove that he was actually born. I'm always going around leaving junk scattered throughout the time stream, and Max is there to pick up after me. We make a good team.
Curse my lack of suction.
Oof.
What's happening?
Hang on.
Help me!
Whoops. Oh well, any cockroach foster son of mine is plenty resilient enough to survive a good vacuuming. Baby shower balloons. Once I show these to Sybil, she'll definitely be. Max's brain is really starting to chap my hide. Oh, come on, Max's brain. I was just gonna look at him.
What is that, a roach? Ugh, gross.
Well, I never.
Don't give it to me, Sam. Take it outside and kill it.
Don't listen to her, Sam Jr. The mean lady is on heavy medication and doesn't know what she's talking about.
Wait a second. You really do care about that roach, don't you?
He's the promise of a future generation. Not that you'd ever understand.
I think I underestimated you, Sam. You really do have the heart of a parent.
And a real parent, not keeper of some half-statue freak show.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Let's get moving and save Max!
Hallelujah, Sam Jr. Now that we've motivated our fellow Lifebringer, we can control Max's legs and haul his terrifying bulk across the length and/or breadth of the city.
I love Sam Jr. like a daughter.
Hey!
But I'll admit he's an acquired taste.
Corn dogs. Wait. Madre de Dios! La cucaracha! We must gather delicious cockroaches for the host!
Sam, I'm picking up an unusual spike in brainwave activity from Max. Are you trying to take control of him?
We've got everything under control, Mama Bosco. Rescue team, assume Giant Max form, go.
Motor skills to full power. Neurons and stuff aligned for transphasal plasmic shift or something. Release exhaust. Activate feet and legs.
Manual override active. Go!
Activate hands and arms.
Sam, you have not unlocked the arms yet.
All right. We can still walk around and stuff though, right?
We suppose, if you don't mind.
Can't think of a good reason not to.
I wonder how Mama Bosco and Superball are doing. I should take Max back to the labs to check in.
I don't know about this, Stinky. Feels like we got in way over our head.
Don't tell me you're getting cold tarsal pads now, baby. Not when we're so close to having everything we ever wanted.
Yeah, that's another thing. It was kind of exciting for the first couple of decades, but I don't think... What's that?
It sounds like something's coming.
Yeah, so anyways, like I was saying...
Hold on!
Never fear, my queen. I've got you
Sal's probably confused after being eaten. I should go explain what's going on.
Sam, my biosensors are detecting a drop-off in transmotor electrical impulses to the lower quadrant. I'll skip it. Do you want to keep controlling Max or not?
I'm done here. I want to go back.
Hiya, Sam. So this is what hell looks like.
Well, kinda now that you mention it. But we're not in hell.
Really? Because I'd done some real bad things. I figured that monster had finally punched my ticket.
No, we're just in Max's stomach. If you want to make up for all the bad things you've done, you can help us save the city.
I'll do anything. Well, almost anything. Maybe I better hear what it is first.
Okay, use that video game machine up in the arm controls and read the commands off to Monsieur Paperweight. The brain's going to try to ventriloquize you to say the wrong thing, so...
So I just say the complete opposite, right? Any dope could figure that out.
Well, not any dope. I think you'd have to be pretty clever to figure that out.
Brilliant, Sam! This roach is pure dynamite!
He solved the manual override even faster than you did.
Yeah, well, I did it first.
There you go, Sam. I took care of those arms like you wanted. Now just get over to Battery Park and you can...
Sal, are you okay, buddy?
Looks like this is the end of my ride after all. Hey, Sam?
But I thought roaches were immune to radiation.
Nah, that's just a urban legend. But I figured that if a bunch of people need something, then that kind of weighs more than just one newly single deadbeat cockroach, you know?
That's beautiful, Sal. I'll edit it down a little before it goes into your biography.
Now get over to that power plant and save the...
Sal? Sal!
Get over to that power plant and save the what, Sal? What? We need to know. What do nightmares taste like, anyway?
Carbonated
That's...
Sam, it looks like you're writing a letter. Would you like help?
What?
I mean, it looks like you're trying to control Max. Is that right?
We're going in.
All right, team. We've only got a few hours left to save Max. Let's do this.
We have the full control of the arms. Go!
Then we're off to Battery Park. Activate feet and legs.
Still active. Go!
Activate hands and arms. Max Rescue Team, go! It's moving too fast for Max to grab. Just as well, since I don't know what he'd do with it once he caught it anyway.
We've got Max under some semblance of control, but I'm never getting in that door until I can get to Battery Park and short out his brain.
All right, team, we're going in.
Starting sequence engaged. Let's do this with some style, people.
Beginning the electrocution sequence.
It's for your own good, not so little buddy.
Did it work?
Only one way to find out.
Ouch! We're not going to be able to take out the... That jolt should have been enough to short out Max's psychic powers. I'm going in.
All right, going in.
Not so fast, my friends. Have you solved the mystery? I'll give you one more moment to check your work. Well, the clues to our villain's identity have been laid before you since the moment our story began. Have you figured it out yet? Is it Monsieur Paperweight and his hideous counterpart, Dr. Norrington, refugees from a dimension of pure evil? Or General Skunkape, driven mad by his insatiable lust for the toys of power. Sybil Pandemic, with her... Do you mind? I'm trying to... Oh, now you've just ruined it.
Oh, sorry, but what are you doing inside Max's brain?
Inside Max's brain? My dear Sam, I am Max's brain.
Max's brain is a monochromatic fey British gentleman?
Not the entire brain, perhaps. Just the part that matters. I believe that Freud called it the superego, but I'd hate to sound boastful.
Are you the cause of Max's psychic powers?
No. The gift was within Max from the beginning. A gift of incalculable power.
It was just shape-shifting and some teleportation. Pretty common stuff, really.
In all the universe, the only power beyond the mind's comprehension is the power of the mind. And how did Max use that power? To explore the mysteries of the infinite? No, to put the smackdown on a host of petty criminals. Such a disappointment. A disappointment that will have to be corrected.
It sounds like you're just rationalizing away every evil decision you make just to convince yourself it's right.
Yeah, superego. That's pretty much what I do.
So what's your plan, Brain? To take over the world? Because this world's not going down without a fight.
Take over the world? Why would I want to do that? To prolong my suffering with an endless parade of armpit farts and locker room giggles? No, Sam. I want nothing more than to let it all end. And a psychic explosion that takes out most of the northeastern United States seems a particularly spectacular way to go.
So you were the one using those psychic powers against me.
An unavoidable but entertaining necessity, I'm afraid. We couldn't have you wandering around Max's mind until the buildup of psychic energy had reached a tipping point, now could we?
Maybe?
It was a rhetorical question.
So you're going to destroy the city just because you're upset Max isn't more highbrow?
Sam. They say that idle hands are the devil's playthings, but there is something far, far worse. An idle mind is the devil's playhouse, a stage for the most vapid, horrible, and destructive stories to be made real.
Deep. And curiously insulting.
Didn't think I'd be able to work the title in, did you?
I didn't think Max had a superego.
Yes, well, you're fat. It would seem that neither of us get the respect or attention we deserve.
Well, you don't have to be a jerk about it.
Forgive me, I'm lashing out. But you, of all people, should be able to understand my frustration after years of being partnered with a creature driven by pure id. I always tried to encourage his appreciation of the finer things. Literature, theater, beatboxing. I was always ignored.
You're lying!
Oh, very well. I suppose you've forced me to come clean. Sam, I am actually an agent of a much higher power, appearing only to you and Max to guide you in times of crisis. I believe you mortals would refer to me as an angel.
Wait, really?
Of course not. That would be stupid. I am the manifestation of the superego of a psychic rabbit detective mutated into a gigantic beast by a toy box filled with powerful toys from another dimension. Sometimes the simplest answer is the correct one.
Okay, here's how it's going to go down. I'm going to turn off the power. Sybil and Norrington are going to cut out that tumor, and then you're going to help us get Max back to normal.
Sam, I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Max's power has reached critical levels, and it's only a matter of time until his brain catches fire and explodes, taking most of the eastern United States with it.
Then we'll use his psychic powers.
But how? The toys were all destroyed. All that is left is Max's memories of them, most of which were destroyed by a sudden jolt of electricity. Oh dear, did you do that? How ironic.
You said most of the powers were destroyed?
Well, there's the astral projector, for all the good that will do you.
Super ego.
Well, I don't like to brag, but I am pretty rad.
This must be that medulla oblongata everybody's been talking about. That ought to do it. Now Sybil and Norrington can get started on that brain surgery. I'm not done with you.
I'll try not to let Max's mind wander.
Looks like a scrapbook. Precious memories. Aw, that's awful cute. Giant Max is even more empty-headed than the regular version.
Astral projection requires there to be a suitable host body on the other end. You can only project into a version of yourself.
Like my great-grandfather?
Exactly. Or
one of the me clones. But all of the clones were quarantined to the reservations on Staten Island.
Oh, there are still a few strays here and there.
That didn't work. There must not be any clones of me there. It's that astral projection toy we found in our basement.
No, please. You mustn't use Max's psychic powers. It will only speed up our destruction.
Just try and stop me. After you explain to me how it works.
Max in his current form is a bit more simple than he used to be. The projector will only take slides now.
Great job, Sam. Just a few quick slices, and then we can get both of these mothers out of Max's brain.
Wait!
Now what's the problem?
It appears that Max's tumor has become infected with dark matter.
But you can make it better, right? Without Max, I'd be just another grim loner, skulking through the seedy armpits of the city, assaulting crooks and assorted crook-like punks in a humorless, over-narrated fashion. Sure, it'd probably sell like granny panties in a nunnery, but would I be happy? Not really.
No earthly tools can remove dark matter. Believe me, I've tried.
Destroy dark matter. I know, that toy robot I found.
But I thought you guys said that all those psychic toys were destroyed.
Destroyed? Nonsense! I can still sense the blasted thing. Somewhere in the city.
Someone must have retrieved the toy from the Statue of Liberty and reassembled it.
And I think I know exactly who. Our old favorite psychic toy collector, Harry Moleman.
You mean General Skunkape, right?
Oh yeah, Skunk Ape.
He probably has the robot, doesn't he? I should go find him. To get the robot. Skunk Ape. Yeah.
Sam, Max is acting...
Roger that, Mama Bosco.
Let's go out of... Think, Max. Remember back when we were trapped on board Skunk Ape's spaceship? Just ignore the space. Just ignore. You remember Mama Bosco's lab, don't you, Max? Remember this block, Max? It's where we got our first citation for excessive property damage.
Sam, you appear to be trying to run a program you downloaded off the internet. Did you mean to do that, or would you like to keep controlling Max?
I need some me time for a while.
That astral projector is the only way I'm... It's that astral projection. I better hope a clone ended up on Skunk Ape's ship somehow. Here goes nothing. Where am I? Oh, nuts. General Skunk Ape must have taken a few of the doppelgangers, Simulacra, as souvenirs. No sign of anybody at the controls. He must be in the little space gorilla's room. Now's my chance. Looks like I'm gonna need the help of those not-me's to get out of here. My third eye is feeling a little itchy and watery. I wonder if I should switch to a different, fresher clone body. I'm trapped, a prisoner of my own DNA. Gattaca! Gattaca! My clone ID tag. This toothbrush is... Funny, I didn't notice this fuse box when Max and I were stuck in here before. The exposed delicate electrical wiring of Skunk Ape's spaceship. These puzzles are making me thirsty.
Error. Failure in stabilization controls. Clone HW021S. Commence backup stabilization immediately.
Uh-oh, sounds like that's my cue.
Emergency stabilization in effect.
This tree is... Faded colors, fraying edges. I remember when quality meant something in a... it was like that when I got here, honest.
Yo! I hope this is worth it. Ha-ha! I've escaped your little jail, skunk ape, with nothing more than my wits and some gold lame shorts. Now just hand over that robot? Skunk ape? Where'd everybody go?
There's no sign of Skunk Ape or Stinky either.
What are you doing here? The clones aren't allowed out of their cages.
You don't look like our pal, the alien. Wait a second. I recognize that brain.
Clones aren't supposed to talk. Wait a second. I recognize that clone.
You're Samun Mark.
You're Max. No, wait, Sam. Which one is the dog again?
What is what's left of you doing here?
If you must know, I'm controlling this ship with my mind until I can find a replacement body. And then I will once again rule the Earth, as is my divine right.
So somebody found a use for your brain after all.
Don't be jealous, dog. Someone will find a use for your brain someday. Burn.
So, did Skunk Ape leave a forwarding address or any contact information?
Ha! Outwitted again, dog! Skunkape knew you'd be searching for him, and that's why he refused to tell me.
Clever. All this time I thought you were just his brain slave, when you're practically his second in command.
Of course! And to keep up the disguise, that's why he keeps refusing to clean out my tank!
Just tell me where Skunk Ape is, and I promise I'll set you free to run around and play with other disembodied brains or something.
I suppose you will be needing a new psychic-powered partner, seeing as how your current one is about to be destroyed.
That's it. I take it back. Tell me where Skunk Ape is, and I won't drop-kick you into the Hudson.
Barbarians! All of you future creatures! I'll never tell!
So Skunk Ape hooked your brain into the controls of this ship, and then just left you here?
I wasn't left here! General Skunkape turned command over to me to continue the assault on the giant Max creature. And to be frank, it is a role I relish, considering my beef with him after his insolence.
Now serving 1 beef frank on a roll with relish.
Belay that order.
I wouldn't be so cocky. Don't you know what happens to the gifted brains that Skunk Ape uses to control his ship?
You question the power of the great Samun Mac? I will bide my time with General Skunkape for as long as it serves my purposes. And when the time is right, I will strike like a cobra. Or at least the brain of a cobra.
And how are you planning to take over exactly? You don't have any weapons.
Weapons? The mighty Samun Mac has no need for weapons.
Sounds like you're not quite in control of the spaceship yet, pal.
I can control this vessel with just the smallest thought. Even while speaking to you, I am targeting your partner for a full assault with my... what's the word?
Doors.
Now Now cut that out.
Keep up with the flying, Sam and Mac. I hate to think what had happened if this spaceship suddenly lost power.
I'm not listening to you.
I'm looking for a toy robot. About yay big, goes by the name of Troy, gives its destruction to everyone.
And why on earth should I help you?
Because you're a brain in a jar and I know how to boil things?
Very well. It's nowhere on this starship, I promise you.
Now, I've been meaning to ask you, what's your problem with the mole men anyway?
Ugh, disgusting, pitiful creatures. All of them.
They weren't so pitiful that they couldn't overthrow you twice.
Nonsense! They caught me off guard is all, and I hadn't stretched first. And the sun god roll was in my eyes.
So when you first found the Devil's Toy Box and became Pharaoh, the Mole Man overthrew you.
That doesn't mean anything.
And then when you got the ultimate power again to change reality itself, they managed to overthrow you again.
Just you wait. Once I have taken my throne again, I will imprison all of those filthy mole men. And then wipe them out of existence.
If the robot isn't on this spaceship, that means Skunk Ape took it with him.
Oh, clever. No wonder you're a detective.
I've got to find that toy. I've got to find that toy.
Toy sensors activated.
Stop that at once! I'm trying to concentrate.
Toy sensors deactivated.
Now that I think about mole men, I know lots of mole men. There's Harry Moleman, Shavuot, who was a mole man, his nephew Doug the Mole Man, Warren Burroughs, Prime Minister of the Mole People, Patton Oswalt.
Stop that! Stop that immediately!
Mole Man.
Cut it out!
Mole Man, Mole Man, Mole Man.
For the last time, stop it!
Rabbit season.
I said stop! Wait, weren't you supposed to say mole men? Damn it.
General Skunkapi, is it time?
Grandpa Stinky.
What? Oh yes, Earth Dog. I am indeed the elderly stinky human.
This is important, Grandpa Stinky. Did Skunk Ape mention where he was going?
Aye, but the General has guaranteed that you Earth creatures will never find him before the domination of... he did not. I am a cantankerous human. Pah.
How did you get trapped in the mole processing room? Did Skunk Ape take you prisoner?
No. Everything is fine. I thought this door led to the waste processing chamber.
Did you notice if Skunk Ape was holding a toy robot that can destroy stuff from the Dark Dimension?
I've got no idea what you're talking about. I've never even heard of the Catonic Destroyer. Except that would be a good name for it. Probably. If it existed. Or if I knew what it was. What was the question again?
Are you all right, Grandpa Stinky? You seem different.
I assure you, I am quite well. And I am in fact your associate, Grandpa Stinky.
Well, okay then.
Thank you for asking, though.
Wait a second. Grandpa Stinky would never be that polite.
You might as well admit it, you know. The freelance police are powerless to stop us anyway.
Very well. Enough with the charade. I am actually the mighty Grey Pipe, mightiest of General Skunkape's warriors.
You must have really made Skunk Ape angry for him to lock you in the mole room.
Nonsense. I am the linchpin in his plan for galactic domination. He secured me in the mole sweating room for the good of the Skunkapi Empire.
Speaking of sweat, you really should secure yourself in the showers for the good of everyone else.
There was a mix-up with the heat controls.
So, are you wearing a Grandpa Stinky suit or something?
Ha! The true explanation of my current appearance is so mind-bogglingly horrifying, your mind would never be able to comprehend.
You switch brains?
Well, yes. and there's nothing you can do about it.
Fair enough. Fess up, pal. Where's that anti-dark matter toy robot hidden?
Don't make me laugh, Earthling. After General Skunkapi so painstakingly reassembled the pieces of the destroyer robot, he'd never be foolish enough to let it out of his sight.
Why don't you reveal the entire plan to the enemy, Grubpepe?
Oh, right. Let's start over again.
All right, Mac. Where's Skunk Ape now?
Yeah, there's nothing you could possibly do to make me talk, naked Earth Dog.
Well, I hate to have to do this, but it's for Max's sake, and I'm dressed for it anyway. Prepare yourself for my hypnotic dance of the 3rd degree.
All right, I'll talk. Just make it stop. He's at a warehouse in the southeast end of the featureless warehouse district.
I wonder if that has anything to do with Mama Bosco's cloning chamber.
It's the Hotep Not Clone-Related Industries building. 2348 Doppel Street at Gang Avenue, 212-555-2314.
Okay, I got it. Don't go anywhere. I may have more questions for you later.
You'd better hurry. Your time's running out.
Why haven't you...
I wouldn't be so...
I will...
And how are you planning to...
Weapons?
Keep up the good work, Sam and Mac.
I will cut off all life support and destroy you, dog, as soon as I figure out how.
Sam, I'm picking up...
We've got everything under control, Mama Bosco. Rescue team, assume Giant Max form, go.
A little off the top, Max. Concentrate, Max. Remember all the wacky hijinks we had in that cloning chamber.
Keep me updated, Sam.
I'm done here. I want to go back.
I think it's time Skunk Ape discussed this toy robot business. Face to reasonable facsimile of my face.
Yes, yes! I'm so glad to see you're getting along with my unstoppable army of minions. Plenty of paper. Play all you want. We'll make more.
Keep laughing, Simeon. Having a sunny personality will make the time go by faster in Sing Sing.
What?
It's a prison.
Ah, no Earth prison can hold me. With my unstoppable army, my newly reformed queen at my side, and the power trapped in this ancient toy robot, our plan cannot fail.
You just forgot one thing. The self-destruct sequence.
This cloning chamber doesn't have a self-destruct sequence.
Maybe not, but he does.
Unstable antimatter device detected. Initiating containment protocols.
Can can override the bomb. Yes, my queen?
I'm doing it, darling.
Looks like some kind of fog machine.
Good eye, Sam. Near as I can make out, Sal turned that on to cover up Stinky's little disappearing act.
I'll stay here. Good thing I've been practicing my yoga during this whole crisis. This plan of yours will never work, whatever it is.
I land on a planet with a box full of the most inconceivably powerful objects in the universe, and I end up here with only one toy robot about to be blown up. If only I hadn't disintegrated my life coach.
Hey, Skunk Ape! Hand over that robot and nobody gets hurt.
That clone. It's almost as if he were sentient. Well, no matter. The last surviving artifact of Yog-Sothoth in the entire universe, and it's mine! This will be essential to my plans. As soon as I find out what it does, and what the plan is exactly. I've been meaning to ask, my queen.
I'm busy here.
Can't you see Stinky's just using you, like she did Sal?
Is that clone trying to talk to you?
Ignore it, my queen. I have to ask you a question about this plan of yours. What is it again?
Ugh, it's so simple. Grandpa Stinky. Nothing can kill him, right? We've tried everything.
Okay, but...
Flint paper can kill anything, but he'd never go after Grandpa willingly.
Ah, yes. Yes! I see. Except, no, not really.
So, about the toy robot I was asking for?
All these years, I've been thinking too small. With this toy robot, I can not only conquer this universe, but entire dimensions.
So I guess that means you won't let me borrow it for a few minutes? Stinky's playing you for a chump, champ.
So, the detective will be tricked into murdering the Elder Stinky?
Because we put his brain into one of the minions' bodies and then cloned millions of copies, so he'll never know which is which.
Ah, it's genius in its simplicity.
Jinkies, it's a closed-circuit TV camera hooked up to that projector.
Right again, Sam. All she had to do was get Sal to hold up a photo at just the right time, and it was easy to make Grandpa Stinky think his magic spell had worked.
Hey, I recognize that. That's the cake of the damned, the evil recipe that Grandpa Stinky magically turned into Girl Stinky.
Or so that poor sap Grandpa Stinky was supposed to think.
I'll just call this Exhibit A. Nah, I'd better... Sim, sim, salabim.
What? The Devil's Toy Box? How can this be?
The Devil's Toy Box? They said the toy box had been destroyed.
Yeah, well, they say a lot of things.
Talking clone? Oh, now I see. You have come to make things difficult for me again. Yes, Sam?
Hand over that toy robot, and I'll think about turning the toy box over to you.
You're hardly in a position to make demands, Sam. Why should I turn over this toy instead of simply taking what I want?
Because if you don't, I'll blow up the toy box once and for all.
Yeah, you wouldn't dare. The explosion would destroy you along with half the city.
I'd destroy half of any city to save my best pal. Besides, I'm using a loaner body.
You're serious?
I'm just crazy enough to do it.
No, here! Take the robot. Just keep that bomb away from the toy box.
There! Antimatter bomb disabled. Containment protocols canceled.
What is he doing?
Now I better get this robot into Max's brain before Skunk Ape realizes he's been flamboozled. There's only minutes left to save Max. I've got to get this robot to Sybil and Dr. Norrington. I can't leave this... If I want to get... It can't be one... You got everything under control here, Flint?
Ah, this is as easy as picking lice from a hobo's.
Did you hear that? Again with the hobos. What's his problem?
Don't kill that one, Flint. That's Grandpa Stinky.
No problem, Sam.
Sam to rescue team. Sam to rescue team. Robot acquired. Eat me. Over.
Roger that.
Skunk Ape put this thing back together himself, so I hope it still works.
Once we blast away that dark matter, we should have enough time to remove the... Uh-oh. I think my water just broke.
Pennies?
Sam, we've got to get out of here. Now.
But Max is...
There is no way I'm having this baby inside a horrible monster!
That horrible monster is my best friend, and we're running out of time to save him. What do we do?
Save Sybil. 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 Save Sybil.
My friends, the most wondrous thing has happened.
It hasn't happened yet, and it's not going to unless we move.
What? Oh, yes, the baby. Whatever. No, my friends, the wondrous thing is that Max has actually committed a selfless act. Who's this guy?
He's the personification of Max's superego.
Ah,
makes sense.
That means he's more than just pure id. He's capable of self-sacrifice. I've made a terrible mistake. Max is worth saving after all.
Told you so.
Go. Save Sybil. I will stay here and remove this wretched tumor.
But how do we get out of here in time?
Huh? No doubt there's something in here you've overlooked.
Chinoochluk wiped the last remaining ichor and blubber from his carving knife, then sat down on the one patch of ice not covered by walrus intestines. "Why so sad?" asked Paco, his faithful deer-tick companion. It
Why
was
does
a
Max have
clean
teardrops?
kill.
I can't remember the last time I saw him
sobbed
cry.
Chinoochluk, but there was no one here
Well,
to
except
see
when he
it.
was trying to lull his prey into a false sense of security.
All right, everybody, let's load up and make a quick getaway.
Good luck, Max's superego. We're all counting on you.
Don't worry, Sam. I'll have Max back to his normal, impetuous, wonderful self in 5 minutes. Just go, and hurry.
Sam, you have to get out now. The maintrons will impact in 4 minutes.
Why aren't we moving?
Wait a second. This isn't the tear duct. Well, that was thoroughly unpleasant. Gesundheit!
Let's get you to the hospital, Mrs. Pandemic Lincoln.
Ugh. That's Lincoln Pandemic?
Could you keep it down? Our head is killing us!
Quick, Giant Max, get out of there. The last Maintron is headed your way.
Max? Ah!
He saved the city. But where did he go?
I almost had everything, and then you had to start slobbering over a stupid piece of rock.
For the last time, my queen, I will get you a diner on the next world we conquer. Just get me far away from... Didn't I tell you to get rid of that cell phone already?
Who could possibly be calling me?
Max?
Max? No. Is he?
Mitochondrial plasmoid transference sequence. Oh, who am I trying to kid? I'm making all this up as I go along. Anyway, I've adjusted the cloning tank, so we should be able to bring Max back as good as new.
Great, Dr. Mama Bosco. Let's do it.
I'll just need a sample of his DNA, one that's less than 1 week old.
Don't worry, Grandpa Stinky. I'm sure Mama Bosco will find some way to get you back into your real body.
No rush. I could get used to this one. I just wish I hadn't left my keys in the other body's pants.
Do you have any of Max's DNA, Flint?
Sorry, Sam. You know I go to the spa and get a good exfoliating scrub and full delousing whenever I hang out with you guys. I'm gonna miss the little guy. He was a real borderline psychotic hero.
Max is always climbing on top of me and beating me up. I've got to be crawling with this DNA, right, Mama Bosco?
I don't doubt it, Sam, but it's gotta be fresh to work with my machines. Didn't you pick up anything that whole time you were inside his body?
Try this, Mama Bosco. It should be crawling with Max DNA. God knows what else.
Perfect. This should only take a few minutes. That should do it.
Welcome back, little buddy. What happened?
What happened?
It looks like Max's DNA is just too weird for my machines to be able to reproduce. There's nothing we can do. I'm sorry, Sam.
He's really gone.
Tough break, Sammo. At least he went out saving the universe.
As president, I'd just like to offer my... I can't do this now. I just can't.
Super Ball, come back!
Oh, hi, Sam.
Holy beer-battered princes of Maine and kings of New England in a glass-bottom boat with a trip-hop DJ and the second runner-up in the Miss Teen Oklahoma pageant. It's past Max in a time-traveling elevator.
What's shaking?
Max, I thought you were... Wait a second, where's the past me?
Oh, yeah, about that. We were on a case, and you got turned into a giant monster with electromagnetic powers, so I kind of had to blow you up. It was horrible.
So in the past, past Sam had psychic powers. But in the present, our Max had psychic powers. It's like the opposite. So in the past, past Sam, guess, had psychic powers.
So, wanna stop some crimes?
Let's. Where do we start, pal?
I heard there's a new supervillain in town called the Banker. He's created a board game that kills.
And there's rumblings that the horrible Rat Queen has been summoning all her minions to her secret nest beneath the city, subsuming them into her blood-caked fur to form the unstoppable Uber-Rat, Empress of Slaughter. And there's rumblings that the horrible Rat Queen has been summoning all her minions to her secret nest beneath the city, subsuming them into her blood-caked fur to form the unstoppable Uber-Rat, Empress of Slaughter.
He begs me to stop.
You crack me up, little buddy.
Well, that's the end of the trilogy. So stay tuned for X6. Chuck signing off.